There are 4 elements or principles of active support which can be applied to anyone and any activity.
The 4 elements are every moment has potential, little and often, graded assistance to ensure success, and maximising choice and control. For every moment has potential, this is about real activities, not just special activities, and it's about involving people in all aspects of their lives. Little and often is about providing slow, quiet, frequent and obvious support, making it clear to people what they are doing. Graded assistance to ensure success is about providing the right amount of help for that person in that activity at that time. And maximising choice and control is about shaping up control while people are engaged in activities. We'll come back to each of these in the next section.
This first set of clips shows a number of people being supported in a range of activities in different situations. It's important to remember that active support isn't just about housework, although this does provide easily accessible and easy to break down activities. It's about a whole range of things that happens in people's lives. People can be supported to be involved in their own personal care, in the tasks that are often seen as staff tasks, such as testing fire alarms or measuring water temperatures, in jobs and volunteering in their local community, or simple things like helping out their neighbours by putting out their bins on bin day when they're not feeling well. It also involves social activities such as talking or listening to someone talking to you, showing someone something, shaking hands, waving. It can also involve taking part in leisure activity or sports. The main aim is to help people to access all of the opportunities available in their home and the community.
Thank you.
So one of the things to remember is that it's not just about the activity really, is it? It's about what people experience, it's about the interaction, the sensory experience, being able to smell things, being able to taste things, being able to touch things. It's about having a real interaction over something that's actually going on rather than just talking about the weather. People need to not discount activities because people don't understand what it's for. Yeah. But actually see it as an opportunity to actually be with people and do things with people.
So people don't actually have to understand photosynthesis in order to water plants. They just need to be helped to hold the watering can, fill it up with water and pour it onto the plants. Isn't that right? So they don't have to understand the task all the time in order to be able to do the task. Okay.
So we have some other examples of that, don't we? Because we've got Jacob doing some stuff here. That kind of shows us that the interaction is more important than the thing itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to get your shoes on. Yeah?
Bully boots.
Bully boots.
Bully boots. That's good. You found your glasses. Are you happy now? Are you happy now?
Got it.
What's are these glasses?
Glasses to see.
Glasses to see.
So what's really nice is that they break away from what they're doing because he starts to interact and they just enjoy that, they just spend the time doing that. And that's interaction too, that engagement, that real social interaction is what we want to see as much as people doing hands-on tasks.
Yeah. And for Jacob, we know that on this day it was quite difficult, wasn't it, for him? And so that interaction is really important, just that reassuring interaction, especially around things that he really likes, like his glasses.
Nice
Smells
and gentle. Yeah.
nice and gentle.
Glasses. Nice and gentle.
Nice glasses.
Shall we go and get Jacob's trainers on?
Yes, please.
Come on then.
So this next clip shows us 3 people who live together in the kitchen.
Yeah, later. Yeah, later.
Working Man's Club. That's me.
It's your working man.
We're working man.
You go into that then?
Yeah.
Ah!
Finish it first. You finish them pots? You going as well?
No.
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 What I really like about this is that the team member's making a real effort to kind of connect with each person. So he's really kind of interacting in a way that works for each person, and it looks quite different for different people.
You watch that. We're looking at what you were doing. Yes, Robbie.
Yeah.
So one of the things here, of course, is the member staff is sharing himself around, both socially and kind of with support.
Because it is really common to see people with learning disabilities living in the same house but not actually interacting with each other. So not spending time kind of socialising or doing things for each other.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's a really important part of living with someone, something that actually we want to actively encourage and support people to be able to do.
And that's key, isn't it? Because actually for many people they need support to do that interaction, that they're not going to initiate it themselves, but actually if staff support them, they will interact and enjoy each other's company and do things together. And it's easier if it's over real activities as well, isn't it? And even if they're cooking their own meals separately, they're sharing that space and they're working together to some extent within that space. So everything that happens throughout the day is an opportunity for people, and everything can be broken down into shorter, smaller components that people can get involved in. And the principle of little and often is about giving people lots of short activities or opportunities to be involved throughout the day. So we're going to watch a very short clip now of Jacob illustrating little and often.
Cup of tea, is it nice? A bit. Can you put that cup in the sink first, please? Oh, thank you.
So this clip is a really good example of little and often for Jacob. Simply putting his cup in the sink is still engagement in activity, and putting the biscuit he had chosen not to eat into the cupboard.
But little and often is so much better sometimes than what I see a lot of teams doing, which is having one big activity during the day. And actually people have got nothing else through the day. So rather than having those long periods of inactivity where people have got nothing to do, what you're doing is you're taking those moments and using them to get people to do just little bits.
Yeah.
And quite often that's what people can cope with. If they have spent long periods of time doing absolutely nothing, suddenly expecting them to get involved in everything is just too much.
So we all find it much easier to say yes to things when we already know what they involve, or to commit to something. So if we wanted to try a new sport, the chances are we would go to a taster session of some description rather than signing up for 10 lessons, and paying the money. We would find out, do we like it before? And that little and often helps us to give people those little experiences that then go on to allow them to make choices and to decide what they want to do, and to show us what their preferences are. So now we're going to think about graded assistance, and graded assistance is simply providing the right amount of help for that person in that activity at that time. So this first clip will show us Barry, who's doing some painting. He's really concentrating there, isn't he? He's really engaged in it at that point.
He's really focused, and they both are. The team members' body language is giving that same message about let's look really closely at this. This is a brilliant example of the guidance through the object. So the team members holding the brush, and Barry is too, but the team members taking control to make sure that he's successful, that the thing is done and it's done well.
Yeah.
So the finished product looks good.
Yeah.
But he's not having to provide that what can be quite intrusive hand over hand support.
Yeah. It's one of the things that this does is it allows the person, when they've had enough, to let go. Whereas if you're holding somebody's hand on something, it's a bit harder, a bit more of an effort, isn't it, for them to have to let go if they've had enough. Whereas here, Barry could at any point let go of the paintbrush if he'd had enough. Yeah.
So it's giving Barry that control, really, isn't it, over the whole thing.
How many do you want? You want to take them?
So again, here we see the member of staff holding, positioning so that Barry can serve his own strawberries. And this is something that often is missed as an opportunity for people, is serving their meals and serving their own food when it's on the table. It also allows him to choose how much he wants as well, doesn't it? We'll come back to that a little bit later.
Look to your bread then. Move that.
Noticed how she moved the butter so that he was able to get some on the knife, and then she steadied the bread so he could butter it himself.
Here, look. It's on there, look as well.
I'm going to
fish.
What's great here is that they've been doing this for some time, and so this opportunity's been there, and they've been doing this for a number of weeks. And this is the very first time that actually he's fed the fish himself.
And the type of support we saw her using there was another type of support which we would sometimes call just demonstration. So she did it first, she fed the fish first, and then he effectively copied her and did it as well.
Don't have a seat now. You want to sit back down?
So one of the most common ways that we support people with profound and multiple disabilities is with hand-over-hand support. And it's really important that staff do that in ways that are sympathetic to the individual, so that they get that right for the person, that they don't actually take over too much, that they don't give too much hand-over-hand support, so that they're taking away control, and that they can change their support on a daily basis given how much people need.
Okay. Notice how the member staff here is patiently waiting for her to have a drink. Waiting for her to be ready.
Okay, we're going to chop this up. Hold it, that's it.
And again, Suzanne is able to pull her hand away and go for another drink because of the way the member staff is holding the knife. So Suzanne has the end of it, but the member staff has her finger where she can put pressure on the knife to cut through the vegetables. And there's no sense of her forcing her to take the knife. She kind of is offering and supporting her to hold it, but without, kind of holding her hand very firmly on the knife, which can often be quite painful. This is Joe, and Joe is being supported to make a cup of tea.
In the cup.
Okay, so this is another form of hand over hand, but what he's doing is not supporting him directly on the hand, but moving down the arm. So again, less intrusive. It means that actually he's getting the support he needs, but it's controlling. It gives him more option to do it himself.
Yeah. And notice how he's letting him do as much as he possibly can himself to get as far as he can, and then he provides just a little bit of support to put the tea bag in the cup so it goes in the cup successfully.
He's kind of waiting there, isn't he? Ready to provide the support that's needed, but not offering it too early.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch out, because that's a little bit hot. Pour a little bit of that white sauce on there.
So again, it's the least amount of support possible, but still hand over hand. So he's holding the jar more than Michael's hand, isn't he?
Spread it out a little bit with a spoon. Spread that sauce out a little bit.
And here he steps back and lets him do the bit that he can do using the spoon.
A little bit more there.
And then just steps in and guides a little bit with hand over hand.
Lovely.
But it's that waiting that's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much of it they can do themselves, and then providing the right amount of support to get them to move on and get the job done, be successful, but do it as much of it themselves as possible. So now we're going to talk about maximising choice and control, which can be a really difficult area for staff to work out when they're supporting people. So choice is an important part of people's lives, but it has to be balanced with the responsibilities of living in their own home, working and being part of a family or a community. So there are times in all of our lives when we can't choose what we do, but we do get a choice about when we do it or where we do it or how we do it.
So this first clip that we're going to watch is of Jacob, and this is an example of Jacob being given control about, in particular about when he does something. And this is actually Jacob with his mother, who is visiting him on this occasion in his home.
Jacob, you're going to put your cup in the sink. You do it, yeah? Jacob, do it. Not today. No, Mum. Mum's got to do it, actually. Mummy, don't pour it in the sink, Mum's. Do you want me to put it in the sink? No, Mum. Oh, okay, then.
Notice how she's prompting him, but then waiting a little bit.
You, Mum. Mum.
Yes?
Ma. Tim.
Trying to spell Mum.
It's about taking it easy and giving him the time, isn't it? And allowing him to make the choices and then responding to that. not moving at the pace that you need to or to your own agenda.
Can you spell your name?
Jacob.
That's right, Jacob.
Jacob. J-A-C-O-B-H-O-R-P-E.
Well done. That says Jacob.
4.
Well done.
So you notice how they continue to interact while waiting for him to to take his cup to the sink, which is what she's asked him to do. And it's also the interaction is led by him for the most part.
Put this sink, Mum.
Come on then. Good luck. Well done.
Put in the sink, Mum.
Well done, Jacob.
Put in the sink, Jacob.
Yeah.
And here you can see them using the real objects, which obviously for Jacob is much more meaningful and allows him both to understand the choice and to make his choice by taking or pointing to whichever one he wants to have to eat.
Cheddars, please.
Cheddars, please. Well done.
It's worth noting that people's ability to make choices and to be engaged can be affected by how the person is feeling or other things that have happened that day.
And he did have a seizure this morning, quite a big one, which can often result in him being tired and not wanting to do the activities that maybe have been planned in for him that day. He might, be seen as not being compliant, but that's Jacob's way of maybe saying, get out my face, leave us alone. I'm tired, I can't be bothered. Sometimes he just wants to rest, basically, after that.
So the next clip shows Becky delivering leaflets. The important thing here related to choice and control is that Becky is in control of how she does the activity.
Coming? You ready? Okay, should we put it in here so that it's safe? We'll keep it in the... Yeah, just put it in here. Come. Shall I put it in here? Then it's safe, hey? There we are. And close the door. Thank you. Just lock it. Okay, you ready? What side are we starting? That side or this side? Which side? That side? Okay. Just cross the road then.
The first bit that we saw that there was 2 examples of choice and control. One was around her purse, where she wanted to put it somewhere safe. Member staff offers her the opportunity to put it in the bag, but she doesn't want to, and the member staff goes with her choice, which is to put it in the glove compartment. And then as they start the round, the member staff ask her, which side would you like to start on? So again, giving her some control over how she does the leaflet delivery.
Great job. To the next one. Do you want to go to this one or that one? That one. That's a beautiful smile.
Here the member of staff is using a bit of intensive interaction, imitating Becky's sounds to keep her interested and motivated.
Quite nice, isn't it, that she's actually doing quite a lot of it really independently.
Well done, Becky. I think it took about, I'd say, a month. Well done. Yeah, and then she started being confident herself. The next step we're looking at is to see if she can carry her bag on her own, because she won't carry it at the moment. But maybe we're looking at just putting a few in a bag for her, see, as our next step. Hey Becky, there you go. Should we go? Say morning. Say how are you? There we go. Oh, thank you ever so much. Thank you. Say bye-bye. See you next week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it. Oh, we've done that one, Becky. Come.
This is one of the great things about activities like this, in that it gives Becky an opportunity to meet people and to build relationships with people. So clearly some of the people on the route that she's doing regularly are getting to know her.
There's a real sense that they're working together, isn't it, as a team to do this, not just one person being supported necessarily, but as two people doing the job together.
Great job. And close the gate. A bit more, Becca. Push a bit more. That's it. Well done.
Okay, so notice here how she's actually given her slightly less help on that time, because she's given the leaflet to her not folded, whereas all of the time before she was folding the leaflet before she gave it to Becky. So effectively she's graded the assistance a little bit by reducing the amount of help.
Right, Katie. What we're going to do after, we're either going to do baking or housework. Which one you doing? This one? This one? Right. 2 minutes now, just give you a choice of what we're going to bake. Right, Katie, what would you like to do? Cookies or a cake? Which one? This one. I'm going to make a cake. Yeah? I'll do that shortly. So you're not going to do housework? No? No, I didn't think you were. Which one are you doing, did you say? The cakes. That one?
To start off with, the way they give that choice, the accessible information, the way that they can kind of show her. Katie points with her eyes when she's choosing things. So picking from, you know, which thing are you going to do? Is it going to be housework? Is it going to be cooking? And then actually narrowing that choice down by kind of saying, okay, cooking. So what sorts of things are we going to cook? And then even checking that further by actually having the real objects. So actually being able to show, you know, which one it is. Is it this one? Is it that one? So that actually we've got, you know, she can make a real choice.
This next clip of Katie baking shows how the 4 elements of active support fit together. It's a longer clip to give you an opportunity to observe and pull together your own thoughts. Our comments come at the end.
Right, let's see what we need. Eggs, oil, and cake mixed together. All right? Oh. Can you pour it in? All right then. No, you'll have to open your hand like you normally do. Open. All right then. All right then, tip it up. Yeah, get a hold of the packet. I'm not going itself. Will it? I'll help you a little bit. Not going to come out of this packet, Katie. Huh? Right? Right, let's see how much oil we need. 3 eggs, Katie, and 6 tablespoons of oil. Whoa. You're going to mix the eggs, then we'll get the electric whisk on. Eh? Don't let that drop on the floor. Because it'll be a mess. Who's going to clean the mess up? Me. I'll just get that oil out. Right, Katie. If I'll give you the spoon, will you hold it for us? Yeah? Which hand do you want? That one or this one? This one. Right, open your hand up then. Probably pour the oil on you. Open your hand, Katie. Where's your finger? Turn it round. Right? You ready? Don't laugh because it will go all over. Ready? Well done. Look, can I get it in quick enough? Right, I'm going to take that away. The spoon. Leave go. No, I said leave go the spoon. And then we'll get the fork. Right. Oh, will you move that thumb today? Ready? Okay then. I got it the wrong way, Katie. Right, do it that way. Can you do it? Hurry then. You've got this. You've got to mix it. It's not going to mix itself. Do you want us to help you? Huh? With that electric mixer, eh? Over. Ready? Well done. Left hand. 2 minutes. I'm just going to get the extension keyed. Right, remember how we done the Yorkshire puddings? Yeah. Right, can we put all this in here? Yeah? Right. Are we ready? Yeah? Oh yeah then. Right, can you? Wait a minute. Right, you have to have a hold of it. Well, that bowl's going to tip. Right, get a hold of the mixer. Will you open that hand, please? Huh? Ready? Kate, why you keep tightening that hand? That's it. Right, get a hold. You keep tight a hold, right? Right, we've got to mix it for 2 minutes. And you tell us when it gets to the 10. When it gets to where? When is it going to be beaten by? Are you going to tell when it's done? Huh? I'm waiting for you. Tell us when it's ready. Huh? I think the mixer's broke. I think we broke the mixer, Kate, look. Oh. What? What? I know you're not supposed to be looking at that. You're baking a cake. And I think we've just broke the mixer. It's not funny. It is not funny. Now we'll have to go and ask Dennis for a new one. It's not funny. Do you think we'll get one? Eh? Nah. I don't think Yes, I'll go and get them. And you can tell them what we've done. Your hands, kid. Just wipe your hands, right, in case you eat that. Ow. Ow. Am I hurting? No. There, shout.
Yeah, what do you want, Katie? Come here. Why? What are you showing us? What?
Broke the mixer.
You broke the what?
The mixer.
You broke the mixer? Well, what's funny about that?
Because we need to get a new one.
Oh, no. So can you not mix? Have you mixed the stuff? Yeah, so what's this? What is it? It's a cake.
Carrot cake.
It's a carrot cake. Alright. But it's mixed. So you're telling us you need a new mixer now? Well, that's going to cost you. Isn't it?
I says, you think we'll get one? She said no.
No. Can we afford a new mixer? Oh, well, fair enough then. They won't afford it. So you're going to put that in the oven now? And you are going to get a bit. Thank you very much. Give us 5. Come on, get your hand up. Get it up and give us 5. Alright. You and Margaret together, making a mess of things, eh? Is that right?
Oh, we tried, didn't we, Katie? And it's broken.
Have you seen the state of Margaret? She's got cake all over her top. She's got cake all over her top.
So did she. It's not funny. Look. There you are. That's better. Have we got a hold of it properly? Katie. That's it. You got a hold, put that finger down. Where's it going? In there, have you then? You do it. You have to move your hand. You ready? We're going to get half of this amount. Yeah? Do you think that's half? Eh? Yeah? Right, hang on a sec. Right, I'm gonna, oh, look at your jumper now. I'm gonna stir it. Right? Right, be careful a second. Put that in there, Kate, so it doesn't tip on your clothes. This one. Are we ready? Right, you're doing it, not me. Turn the spatula that way. You ready? Well done. Woo. Excuse me, you're doing this, not me. Yeah, it's lovely. Oh, I mean, I mind the dog. You're doing your bacon. Is this for tea? Eh? Who's going to have this for tea? Who? Nobody. I think we are. You're going to leave go? Because you're going to get it all over. Right, I'm just going to scrape the board out for you, Katie. Here's our lovely Kate, eh? She's going to make a nice cake for tea. Yeah? There we are. Where are we going to put these now? Where? In the oven. Can you remember how long it takes? Right, I'm going to put it in because the oven's hot. Alright? Right, when it gets to the 7 or the 8, you're going to shout at us. Yeah? Right, for 25 to 28 minutes. Okay? There you are. Ooh. We're not doing very well today, mind, Kate, are we? Eh? You can wipe the sides as well. Clean your mess up. I've cleaned mine up. Rub it hard. Rub the mess away. Not clean itself. You do it. That's it, well done. Clean all that mess up. Have you done it all? All done now? Oh, then we'll take it off. We'll go on your jumper. Look. Look at your jumper. Oh, it's not funny. Oh, look at that. I think we're worse today, the both of ours. Huh? Yeah, there you are. Well done, Kate. There you are.
That's better. Right, you ready? I think we need some more sugar in, Katie. Then put the spoon back in the bowl. Have you got a hold of it? Let's turn the bowl a little bit. That's better, I think. What do you think of that?
Light, you got a smell. I know you can't hear it, but you can have a smell, can't you? Right, I'll have a taste and I'll tell you what it's like. It's very gooey. Very sticky as well. I'll give you 8 out of 10. Is 8 out of 10 okay? Yeah? 8 out of 10. Good enough.
So this is a great example of active support in practice, as being used on a kind of in a really natural way, in a real situation.
Yeah.
And there's so many good things to pull out from it.
This shows you about bringing materials close to the person. So here Katie everything was positioned in a way that she was able to work with it as much as she possibly could, given her physical disabilities.
I think the other great thing is that the staff member takes her time. She's really patient. It takes a while to do, but she makes sure that she's doing it at a pace that works for her, and that she's involved in every single bit of it. You can see that she's really thinking about. Staff member is really thinking about how to make this work for her and how to get her involved in it. So you can see that throughout the whole thing. In fact, the activity takes up most of the afternoon.
Yeah.
There's no rush to do this. We do a little bit and then come back and do a bit later on. So all of that works in terms of it being little and often as well. at a pace that she can manage. So throughout it we see a range of different types of assistance being used.
Yeah.
We see her positioning things, moving the object. She moves the bowl when the mixer's in there.
That's right, yeah.
So that rather than actually trying to get her to move the mixer, she's got a way of kind of just moving the bowl around so that things work. She uses verbal prompts throughout so that she's telling her what sorts of things she needs to do, what's coming next. She's kind of keeping that well paced. She uses a range of different kind of hand over hand or physical support. All of it enables her to actually be involved in lots of little bits throughout the whole activity.
Yeah. And actually she made her kind of attempt to open her hand, to do the physical movement of opening her hand, not just, she was really patient and kind of waited for her to get her hand in the right position, not just kind of forcing her, you know, the spoon into her hand. She allowed her to be physically involved in that. And actually for somebody like Katie, that can be quite important in terms of physiotherapy, in terms of having some of that physical exercise.
There's a point in there where the team member's forgotten the cable to plug the mixer in. And so she has to go off and find that. Now, Katie's okay to wait for that. She's fine to wait for a little while for things to happen. There are other people that we support where that wouldn't work, where actually that would disrupt things, and that would have caused a problem. But that's about knowing Katie and knowing that that's okay.
And the other thing that actually seemed to work okay with Katie, although I wondered whether it would have been more helpful if, rather than pointing her to look at the clock to say when 20 minutes was going to be up, whether actually they'd had some form of timer that was either visual or sound operated, so that Katie could have timed it or could have switched it on in some way, and then had been able to kind of respond when it went off and turn it off, and be a cue to actually be able to know when to go back and take the cake out.
I mean, what's great about this is that they're having fun, that the whole thing's fun. They're having a laugh, they're doing it together. They're celebrating the successes, so when it goes well, they're really kind of, celebrating those things. But also, when things go wrong, it's not the end of the world, and actually they're having a laugh about those things as well. That's all part of doing it. So when the mixer breaks, when there's kind of cake mix all over the clothes, it doesn't matter. All of that is part of what's going on. It doesn't have to look perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just is a lovely example of both the staff member and Katie, and then Dennis, the manager, coming in and joining in, and everybody just having fun and kind of wanting to be there and to be together, taking part in something real.